Have you ever caught yourself saying sorry for things that aren't even your fault? Like sneezing too loudly in a meeting or not replying to a text within 5 minutes. Apologizing isn't a personality trait, it's a habit, and not always a healthy one. Imagine how freeing it would feel to stop saying sorry for things that don't deserve an apology and start living unapologetically. Intrigued? Keep watching, because we're diving into the things you should never feel guilty about, and trust me, it's time to drop the guilt and embrace the freedom. Number 12. Loving someone. Love makes the world go round, or at least that's what they say. Whether you've fallen for someone out of your league, someone who doesn't love you back, or even someone you shouldn't love, there's nothing to be ashamed of. Love isn't logical. It's a crazy, chaotic roller coaster that takes your heart hostage. Think about it. Even science backs up the idea that love is uncontrollable. Studies show that romantic feelings trigger dopamine, the same brain chemical responsible for chocolate cravings and Netflix binges. So no, you're not crazy for loving someone. Blame your brain chemistry. Instead of apologizing for your feelings, own them. Who knows? Maybe someday they'll make a rom-com about your story. Number 11. Being yourself. Let's be real, being yourself is harder than it sounds in a world obsessed with filters, likes, and TikTok trends. Society tells you to blend in, but here's the kicker. Blending in is boring. Imagine if Einstein had toned down his quirks or Lady Gaga decided meat dresses were too much. The world needs more originality, not carbon copies. When you embrace your authentic self, you attract people who truly value you. Plus, research shows that authenticity leads to higher levels of happiness and mental health. So drop the act, ditch the masks, and stretch your quirks like they're on a runway. Remember, the only approval you need is your own, unless you're wearing socks with sandals. Then we might need to talk. Number 10. Living against the mainstream. Let's get one thing straight. Life isn't a one-size-fits-all t-shirt. Just because society says you should go to college, get a 9-to-5, and buy a white picket fence doesn't mean it's your path. Maybe your dream is to live in a van, homeschool your kids, and grow kale in your backyard. Does that make you weird? Maybe. Does it make you wrong? Absolutely not. People who deviate from the norm are often the ones who make history. Think Steve Jobs, who dropped out of college, or Greta Thunberg, who skipped school to fight climate change. The truth is, people will criticize you no matter what you do. So why not live life on your terms? If it makes you happy, who cares if the neighbors think you're a hippie? Number 9. Being ambitious. Here's the thing about ambition. It's not a bad word. Wanting more in life doesn't mean you're ungrateful, it means you know your worth. Sure, some people will call you a dreamer or say you're aiming too high, but guess what? Every successful person was once called crazy. Take Elon Musk, for example. He wanted to colonize Mars, and people laughed at him. Now he's building rockets and making electric cars cool. Ambition isn't about being greedy. It's about refusing to settle. So set those big goals and don't let anyone dim your fire. Remember, the only people who criticize ambition are those who've given up on their own dreams. Number 8. Prioritizing your needs. Newsflash. Taking care of yourself isn't selfish, it's necessary. You're like a smartphone. If you don't recharge, you'll crash. Yet, somehow, society has twisted self-care into this selfish, egotistical act. It's not. Think about it this way. If you want to take care of yourself, how can you take care of anyone else? Even airlines tell you to secure your own oxygen mask before helping others. So whether it's treating yourself to a spa day, saying no to plans, or spending an entire weekend binge watching your favorite show, do it unapologetically. Self-care isn't indulgent, it's survival. Number 7. Being successful. Success, the ultimate double-edged sword. You work hard, achieve your goals, and suddenly people accuse you of being lucky or privileged. Seriously. The reality is, success takes blood, sweat, and tears, not to mention late nights and a caffeine addiction. Instead of feeling guilty, celebrate your wins. Studies show that successful people contribute more to society, whether it's through job creation, charity, or innovation. So wear your success like a badge of honor. Inspire others with your story, and if someone can't handle it, that's their problem, not yours. Number 6. Asking for help. Here's a plot twist. Nobody has all the answers. Not Einstein, not Oprah, and definitely not your know-it-all coworker. Life is complicated, and asking for help isn't a sign of weakness. It's a sign of wisdom. In fact, research shows that people who ask for help are more likely to achieve their goals. So whether it's seeking career advice, talking to a therapist, or Googling how to fix your Wi-Fi, don't hesitate. And remember, even superheroes have sidekicks. Batman had Robin. you can have your support system too. Number 5. Your background. You didn't choose where you were born or how you were raised, so why should you feel ashamed of it? Whether you grew up in a small town or a bustling city, your roots are part of your story. They shape who you are but don't define where you're going. Instead of apologizing for your past, use it as fuel for growth. Oprah Winfrey came from poverty, and she built an empire. Your background isn't a limitation, it's a launchpad. So embrace it, learn from it, and move forward with pride. Number 4. Saying no. No is a complete sentence, but why does it feel so hard to say? Maybe it's the fear of disappointing others or being labeled difficult. But here's the truth. Saying yes to everything is a fast track to burnout. Studies show that people who set boundaries are happier and more successful. So the next time someone asks you to do something you don't want to, channel your inner Beyoncé and say nope. It's not selfish, it's self-preservation. And let's face it, if they're mad, that's their problem, not yours. Number 3. Taking a sick day. We've all been there, calling in sick and feeling like you're committing a crime. But guess what? Taking a sick day is your right, not a privilege. Whether you've got a fever or just need a mental health break, don't apologize for it. Did you know that overworking yourself can lead to burnout, depression, and even heart problems? So do yourself a favor, rest, recover, and come back stronger. Your job can survive without you for a day, your health can't. Number 2. Delayed responses. We live in an age where instant has become the standard for everything: instant noodles, instant coffee, and instant replies. But here's the thing. Just because you can respond to a text immediately doesn't mean you should. Life isn't a 24/7 customer service hotline, and you're not obligated to be at everyone's beck and call. Besides, who decided that a 5-second delay in replying means you're suddenly a bad friend? According to a study by the University of California, constant interruptions from notifications significantly reduce focus and productivity. That email asking you to attend another urgent meeting can wait. That hate text with no context. Definitely not a priority. Take your time, and when you're ready to respond, skip the apologies. Just get straight to the point with confidence. If anyone questions you, tell them you're practicing a digital detox that's trendy, health conscious, and will probably confuse them enough to drop the subject. Number 1. Your beliefs. Beliefs are personal, deeply rooted, and often the compass guiding your life. Whether it's your religious faith, political stance, or your unapologetic defense of pineapple on pizza, no one has the right to shame you for your convictions. Sure, debates can be stimulating, but the moment someone crosses the line into attacking you personally, it's time to disengage. Spoiler alert, toxic arguments never lead to enlightenment, just stress, and maybe a few passive-aggressive tweets. Here's the thing. Confidence in your beliefs doesn't require universal approval. A survey by Pew Research Center found that people who are comfortable with their values are generally more resilient in the face of criticism. So stand tall in what you believe, but also know when to walk away from someone who's more interested in belittling than understanding. Life's too short to explain your worldview to someone who refuses to listen. Believe boldly, pineapple and all. Thanks for sticking around till the end. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. We've got plenty more empowering, entertaining, and downright life-changing content coming your way. Until next time, stay bold, stay unapologetic, and stay you.